What the heck is going on, guys? How's everybody today? It's update day. We got a lot to talk about. Today we're going to focus on the positive stuff. So there's some things I've seen that I didn't like, but we're going to wait to make a video on that. We'll see how we feel tomorrow. Be sure to let us know down in the comments below what you liked, what you didn't like. We'd love to hear from you. Also, big shout out to our 800 subscribers. We hit that today. I really appreciate y'all. We are super close to that 1,000 mark. And then I will stop bugging you guys, I swear. So if you watch this video, if you watched our videos before, pretty please hit that button. I would appreciate it. Now let's get into the updates. So the biggest thing that I want to talk about is the change to the power system. So how it worked before was there was a penalty system. So if you were below a certain power level in comparison to the power level of the boss or stage or floor or whatever that you wanted to do, then you had a penalty, which was 25% damage decrease and 25% damage taken increase, or 50% of both of those, depending on your power. However, that is now gone. So as you guys can see, I'm over 200,000 power less. However, there is no negative for me. So this penalty, thank you, Cheddar. Negative. So
go to a level that you can actually get the power up. So it'll be easier to show. Yeah, there you go. Well, not that level.
Why?
Because that I can't show you. See how? If you,
Oh, okay, sorry. Cheddar's being annoying. You know how hard that's going to be for me to find a stage that I'm, like, perfect at?
no, you don't have to be perfect, yeah. There. So you have the bonus, so now if you start kicking guys out, it doesn't say penalty beside it.
Okay, sorry. But you could just see that before. But yeah. Cheddar's right.
Yeah, but I still didn't know if they were giving me the penalty until I actually did this for myself like this.
Oh, okay. Because every time when you come in, it tells you, right?
Yeah.
Cheddar sucks. Guys, sorry, Cheddar just made that longer than it needed to be. Anyway, super cool. So, you can now clear a lot of spires. I've heard a lot of people in my guild, they're already clearing floor 100 and getting their 3 Transcendence scrolls, which is amazing. As well as for raids and stuff like that, if you are a new player, it is going to be much easier to do it and to get carried, because the hardest part about carrying was the person would probably just die, right? Because you have the 50% damage. So there was like no room for error at all because you'd get one shot. That's still going to be the case a little bit, but at least you won't have the damage debuff, right? So you'll be able to still put out as much damage as you should put out. So if you can just avoid all the attacks, then you'll still be more help in a carry.
Or if the people that are carrying you are running healers.
Yeah.
Like, things shouldn't one-shot you unless you're super low in power and shouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. So that is a huge, huge change. And then the next big change, we're going to head over to my cleef. And when we do that, we can also show the new nice background that they have. The nice little spring.
Spring picnic.
So that is nice. But so what they have added is skill points sharing. So this is going to be a phenomenal way to play other champions. It's going to make... or not champions, summoners. It's going to make other summoners more viable to use, as well as just make content to clear on them much easier. So as you guys can see, I now have 1,191 skill points that I haven't used. This is because of this update, he got all the points that my Orbia had. So he has the exact same amount of skill points that she has. So this is pretty cool. Especially, I know a lot of people, including myself, who isn't Orbia main, find Orbia pretty broken for PvE, especially because you can go opposite element and you can really proc mana incredibly quickly. It's much more difficult to achieve that in PvP, but a lot of people like that for PvE, as well as her damage output is really nice. And then maybe you want to do cleef for some PvP so that you live longer, right? You go full damage team, or like for Battlefield or something, or I don't know. I'm not really like into all that, but I've been thinking about maybe with this update looking at cleef and seeing.
I think I'm switching to Kina.
To Kina, you think? We're gonna see, but yeah, Orbia is definitely queen in PvP, so this is gonna help a lot of people, I think. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then next, they made a cool change to Challenge Arena, actually. When I read it, I thought it was gonna be a nothing burger, but it's kind of cool. So what they did is they made it so that you actually want to attack full lineups now. So sorry to call this person out, but they have a full water lineup. So something like that to me, I think, I can probably beat this, even though they have a significantly higher power if I take wind guys. So I'm not going to actually do it, but let's say this guy was pretty good. I'm going to bring my best girl, of course, not opposite element, and then let's say him. This probably wouldn't actually win, but this is the kind of thing you want to do, right? So you think you can beat this because you're going to go opposite element against them. And then what you can do is you can hit this trial, or sorry, you'll see this trial available. So when you hit battle start, it's going to bring up this trial thing. So you can just normal battle it like how it always was. Or you can use more tickets on this one battle. So you could use up to 5 tickets on this one battle. And if you do win, you'd get 120 points. But if you do fail, it is minus 40. So it's like you failed 5 times, kind of, against a higher powered lineup. But this is pretty cool. And you can do it 3 times a week. So you're going to want to try to find 3 stronger people. And
I think it'll be even better if you can find people at the bottom of your list and just solo them with just your summoner. You know, you find someone that's like 300k power and you just go in just with your summoner and kill their team.
that is a good point,
Right?
Cheddar.
'Cause
Yeah.
I think my summoner can take down someone who doesn't have a monster that's above 100k.
Yeah, so
I
you're
think I can kill their whole team.
I think you're right. So yeah, like what Cheddar's saying is you would find someone like who like
That guy, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just take out all your monsters.
yeah, and then you would just like obviously I'm on my cleave so I wouldn't, but you would just go in with your Orbia, and then if we
Oh, you have to have one monster. Okay.
it's not coming up though.
Oh, maybe because he's not hot. Enough stronger than you. Oh no, it's just not coming up.
Okay, so that doesn't work.
So maybe he's got to be even stronger than this guy.
Yeah. So maybe not. But as you guys can see, you can kind of look at that and see kind of what you want to do. And this is just going to be a nice way to use up tickets. As you guys can see, I'm sitting at a lot. So that's pretty cool. And then the next thing me and Chetta are going to show you is the new Brawl arena change. So they changed the way the draft system actually works. So we're just going to go ahead and quickly show you guys that. Where's Chetta? There he is. So we're not going to actually battle.
You can change the rules here too.
Oh, yeah.
You can go to random first pick.
Oh, cool. So you can do that for the first match and then go every other
Yep.
for a tournament. They did say there's now going to be a way to also like check in on the match, but they still haven't added a spectator mode yet. So hopefully we get that soon. But yeah, looks like they are working on some improvements. So as you guys can see here now, so we now have 5 monsters that we are going to pick. So Chetta is going to pick first. And then I am going to get to pick second, of course. But what this new system means is I'm also going to get last pick. So he'll pick his last 2 monsters, and I'm going to have an opportunity to like counter pick. So I know I'm going to ban one of his monsters, and I know that he's going to have to ban one of his monsters. So hypothetically, I'm like, he's probably going to ban his Argon. He's probably not going to use his Argon. I have a feeling he really wants his Light Panda. So that's going to be the one that I'm going to end up banning. Sorry, I took a little too long there because I was talking. So I'm going to ban his Panda. He's going to ban one of mine. And then I'm going to have to choose someone that I want to ban. So he banned my Tayor, so like I would have to choose someone to ban. So I would choose to ban my Monkey, and that means my team is going to be Bastet, Juno, and Annabelle. So again, this just makes it more fair because the person who gets second pick now gets last pick. Because the way it was working before, they would get the person who got first pick would get first pick and last pick. And that's just like not really fair because you get the last chance to like counter or not be countered and the first pick. So yeah. Good changes there. And then the next change I also need Chetta for as well. Are we still in a party? I need you to invite me to a dungeon. Chetta is going to invite me quick, but yeah, so what they did actually, so if you were in dungeons before and you were trying to talk to someone, you would have to bring up the like chat in order to talk to them. But what they've now added is chat bubbles. So we're just going to show you super quick how it shows up. But it's going to make talking much easier, as well as we know now too as well, if me and Chetta are in a party and we hit ready and we do this, we are going to end up back in this lobby. So it's not going to take us to the main world anymore. We're going to come into this lobby.
If you click that little bubbly thing by your head there too, you can add one of these.
Yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, so just kind of adding some more community and some more talking into the game as far as raids and stuff goes. So that is pretty cool. A nice change, especially for people who are like in alliances and do parties and stuff like that a lot. It's going to help you. And then the next thing here that I want to talk about is the change to the sky stones. I don't know how. Oh, because I'm on my cleaf. That's how I ended up out here. I was by the exploration captain, I swear. So I want to talk about the changes that they made to the sky stones as far as the exploration squad goes. And then we're going to talk about the new guild area, which also has a new exploration captain. So, for Kotana, so what they did is they made this 6 hours now instead of 4 hours. And it is now 2 foods instead of 1. But they kind of increased the rewards a little bit. So it's like 5,000 for the 6 hours. Plus you get your bonus sky stones. As well, if we come to the Kurmatang 1, we can see it is same. They increased it to 2 as well as 6 hours. And it is now 2,500. I'm going to do some testing. I now have Master, and I've currently been sending my guys out for Topaz, Obsidian, and Tritanium, because those are the 3 hardest things to farm that you need for, in order to craft, like, all your Master stuff, like a bunch of the stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's really important that you mine that stuff because it is hard to mine. But now that I have my Master, I kind of want to start farming out some sky stones with this just because of the sheer amount of sky stones that you need. However, I still think this number is relatively low and I don't know if it is going to be worth it. But with auto mining and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk about it in the future. But they did increase that and up the rewards a little bit. And it's nice that it's 6 hours. Because it's going to go with the rest of your squads now. It was really annoying that it was 4 hours because it would finish 2 hours early and it just wasn't in sync. So that was really annoying for me, personally. But yeah, next thing here, we're getting close to the end here, guys. The guild town. So this can now be accessed through your guild. It's just like a little button in the corner, as you guys saw there. But so there's a bunch of cool stuff with this. You can go fishing for the calm mackerel and stuff like that. I'm not really going to show any of that too much. The only thing I want to really show in here is the exploration squad that they have in here.
I fished for like 20 minutes and didn't get a calm mackerel.
Oof.
Or any of the special fish, actually.
Lame. So it looks like it might be an overnight farm for a while thing, but
maybe.
They added like this so you can like get the fish that you need as well. So for example, where is it? This is kind of a hard stuck somewhere. I forget where it is, but you need a bunch of blowfish. And I had to farm like overnight for it.
They added a new recipe for the
oh yeah, they did do that.
Ingredient. Yeah,
yeah,
so you don't need the blowfish as much anymore.
But yeah, so this is kind of cool that they have that in here. There is no sky stones in here, of course, though it is just the fish. But yeah.
Go to the hot springs in here too.
Oh yeah, Cheda's right. So this is huge. So the hot springs used to only be available in Florence. I'm not sure how many of you even ever actually used it. But it's really important for early game and end game. So for early game, you're going to want to make sure that you do this one. That you do the XP one. So you see here, increases EXP from clearing dungeons by 8%. So early to mid game, you're going to want to make sure you do that. As well as you guys can see, increased damage dealt in guild raid. So this is going to be very important for all your guildies to make sure they come and do this before guild raid. And then also for late game players, you can increase your gold acquired from hunting creatures by 8%. So you can set this up when you're going to auto farm and get some extra gold. Hero area, especially, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's really nice that it's easily accessible. Actually, I didn't even see this till right now. This is the first time I looked. So this is awesome that you can increase damage dealt in guild raid by 4%.
It'll be good too because everyone will go to the hot springs and then you'll be able to kind of see how many people are going to show up. Right?
For guild raid, yeah. You can all be chilling at the hot springs before guild raid. So yeah, that's really cool. And then, sorry guys, we are almost done. A little bit of a longer video. We only got a couple more things here. So they made a change to this guard journal as well. So they actually added a Kotana area. I was surprised they didn't do it like right away. Me and Cheddar were like talking about it and then it didn't show up.
It almost seemed like they forgot.
I think they did. But yeah, it's actually really cool because we're actually getting rune slots, rune capacity slots. So it's going to be a lot of rune capacity slots, right? Because it's going to be 5 for every single one.
60.
Yeah. Good math, Cheddar. TY. And some Devilmons as well. Oh, like lots of Devilmons.
4-star Devilmons?
Yes, they are. But still, the 5-star Devilmons, so you're going to get...
Oh, there's even more levels.
Yeah.
There's more than 60 things, though.
Yeah, so amazing.
30, 60, 90.
So make sure
90
you
rune slots.
do this. It probably should be really easy, I would assume. I don't know how hard this is actually going to get, but they were relatively easy before. So yeah, that's really nice. It looks like some really good stuff in there. And then also they nerfed Baphomet. So Baphomet was getting ridiculously hard because a lot of people weren't doing Baphomet anymore, just because they had already gotten their costumes. Like a lot of people who were playing when Baphomet was first released have gotten enough leather to make their costumes and stuff like that. So
They added the recipe for it now, too.
oh yeah, the
So
recipe.
you can craft one a week. So if you can't hit Baphomet or whatever, you just have to farm top leather and then craft it into altered leather or whatever it is.
That's good because they made a way for people who can't hit Baphomet to do it, right? And then yeah, so they made it so he doesn't leech healing anymore or something, right? He doesn't like heal or something like that.
Yeah, he doesn't steal health from summoners or something like that.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we have the the LD scrolls that we got. So we are going to get 15 total from all 3 of our summoners. So you're gonna, if you were already done the game, if you already done the story, you're gonna see a new mission. So I'm doing it right now for you guys so you guys can see. But this is gonna allow us to get 5 light and dark scrolls. So it says tap to accept the special gift. Yep, this is what they said, chapter 35, so we're just going to talk to Malcliffe and get it, or me Coif. I'm going to get butchered, I didn't say that name right, sorry guys. But, yeah, so this is really cool. I know a lot of people were kind of upset because they heard Korea had gotten this, and we hadn't. So there we go, 5 light dark scrolls. So you're going to be able to get that on all of your characters. So, yeah. Cheddar, you have anything?
Nope.
All right, we put a poll out in our community section about the exchange center, and we would love if you went over there and let us know how you feel about that. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but we appreciate you guys as always, and we will catch you in the next one.